Evening, folks. Brian here. That's Brian Gunderson, the Okanagan, British Columbia, Western Canada. Hi, Gene. How's it going? Listen, man, you better get your little gay butt out to the street corner, start scrounging for your cigarette butts again. When you get back upstairs, go get yourself your bottle. Don't bother with the glasses. Just take it right from the bottle, because you're going to be doing the whole thing, man, by the time I'm finished with you. Folks, it is Tuesday, August 20, 2024. So among the community, when we're talking about geomagnetic reversals, etc., among the community, we are all aware that Mr. Gene Barry Beards, operating as the Maverick Star Reloaded or Mavstar Observatory, is a known and proven fraudster, conman, thief, who has been pushing this 40-degree nonsense for years, which has now changed to 45 degrees. I'll explain that. In order to steal your money through donations to him. So everybody from Mr. Ben Davidson, Suspicious Observers, David Diamond Murillo of Oppenheimer Ranch / Magnetic Reversal News, and Stephen Burns, who made a comment today about the fraudster, knows he's just that. A fraudster, con man, liar, thief. However, it was I that fully exposed him, so that people are not taken down the wrong path of misinformation, fraud, and having their monies stolen for him. You see, Gene preys on the weak, the vulnerable, the elderly who don't know any better. And it's really bothersome when you go through the comments how people are struggling financially, struggling to find some money to send this thief, Gene. Now, by the time I'm finished with this one, Gene, folks, Gene's going to do another one of his videos coming back at me. The last time he accused me of being a pedophile and how I like little girls. Whatever, man. So Gene's modus operandi is to make you think that he has spent hundreds of thousands of pounds on his equipment, which does not exist, to get your sympathy so you can donate to him. I will give you many examples shortly. Gene uses fraud by different definitions. Deception for personal financial gain. That's all it's about. You want to look up the definition of fraud. It's a person who intends to deceive others, typically claiming or being credited with accomplishments or qualities. Fraud is also a person who pretends to be something or somebody they're not. So let's go over some examples of Gene's fraud. If you're curious, you can go to LinkedIn and use the name Gene Beards. And he states that he has bachelor's degrees in 4 areas: natural sciences, management, law, and something called chairs training, from the years 2001 to 2004. People, it takes you 4 years to get a bachelor's degree. He has no credentials as a qualified scientist. What he did take was some night school course on the Open University in Britain from his old computer at home. And he achieved a certificate. It's like, I don't know, getting a certificate in daycare, for example. Whatever, man. So I'm going to show you several examples. And again, modus operandi. He wants you to think that he spent exorbitant amount of monies on equipment that he does not have, or somebody else's equipment. Let's get into it. So on this video, which he incriminates himself on January 19, 2023, please listen.
We manufacture these. And yes, take a look at all those little resistors and transistors on the back of that board. You can't buy one of these unless you've got £8,000. Yeah, this.
You cannot buy one of these unless you have £8,000. One moment, next video. So in this video, the Simpum, which costs about $58–60, main Simpum PCB finished, he claims costs him £2,000. Let's have a listen.
Guys, as I wanted to say before I end the intro on this, and it's a bit of a long intro, but the only other thing I wanted to say is, you know what, guys, we need to keep the support going for the observatory in order to finish these off, because these have cost up to now £2,000. You wouldn't believe the amount of suppliers that have been involved in getting some of these components.
So again, on average, $58 to $60 at the very most. Now, what Gene is doing is he's talking about the Cosmic Watch muon detector developed by Professor Spencer Exani. And here's his, the Cosmic Watch website. This is the Cosmic Watch muon detector right here. It also has, now you can purchase these. They come with step-by-step instructions on how to build your own Cosmic Watch detector, including YouTube videos. This young lady here, she's a young teenage girl, Haley. You can read here that the first one took 4 hours. After a bit of practice, Haley could build one in roughly 1 hour. That's 1 hour to put together a Cosmic Watch muon detector by a little girl. All power to the little girls. Professor Exani. Let's see if I can find his YouTube channel. Just bear with me. Here we go.
Hi there. So my name is Spencer Exani. I'm a graduate student at MIT. This video here is just going to go over some details regarding how to build our desktop muon counters. I think I'll break this bottom of the board. Here's the front, side. Yeah. This top piece here is plastic scintillator, and there's a silicon photomultiplier.
So what Gene has done is he wants you to think $8,000 for a printed circuit board with the components and $2,000 for the Simpum, for a total of 10,000 sterling pounds. People, that's $17,000 Canadian or $13,000 US for a $100 Cosmic Watch muon detector. That is fraud. So I contacted Professor Spencer Exani to report the false misrepresentation of his equipment. I'll show you the email. So my email communication with Spencer, he tells me that he gets his blank circuit boards already printed for 10 cents for one board. $1 for packs of 10 that he orders. That's 10 cents. Now, if you're into electronics, you already have your bulk supply. You can add on maybe $20 to $25 worth of components. Not 8,000 pounds, people. I purchased my PCBs from electro.com, which sells 10 PCB boards for $1. Typically costs me about $100 to build a single detector. Next, we're going to talk about the infamous TriMag system that he brags about. Gene Barry Beards states that his TriMag system would cost $250,000 to reproduce. I'll show you a picture of it in a minute. You can find a picture on his website, poleshiftnews.com, but he has never shown you this system. Any such system must also have a data acquisition unit and master unit. He has never shown you it because it does not exist. When it comes time for him to report the fictitious location of the magnetic north, he says, I pull the SD card out of the TriMag system. He's never shown you that because it doesn't exist. He has never, ever showed you real-time data. Not once. He has never, ever showed you the equipment. Not once. The only thing he's ever showed you is computer-generated yellow pins on a map, as Stephen Burns so pointed out. I'll show you the TriMag. This is from his webpage, poleshipnews.com. So go to the right-hand drop-down menu. Magnet meter station, TriMag station, and this is it, kids. This is something a child could put together as a science project. This is what he says would cost £250,000. That's 440,000 Canadian dollars to reproduce. I can find these components in the garbage can at a recycling bin. These are the so-called receiver units from some construction tubes and a couple of pieces of wood and some Wi-Fi antennas stuck on the side. That is it. Gene Barry Beard states that this is more sensitive than, get this, the Swarm mission, dedicated satellites by the European Space Agency to monitor our magnetic field. Gene Barry Beard states that his equipment is more sensitive and accurate than this. Before I continue, so this is from LinkedIn, Gene Beards. Open University, he says he has his bachelor's degree in natural sciences, law, management, and chairs training from 2001 to 2004. And as far as his credentials are concerned, about 3 years ago, when he was in desperate need of $10,000 pounds, I then challenged him and I asked him to produce his credentials. You know what the little thief wanted? From me, Brian Gutterson, he wanted me to pay him 10,000 pounds to produce his credentials that he doesn't have. He wanted me to pay him 10,000 pounds. What is that, like 17,000 Canadian? Thief. Next, I want to go through this 40-degree nonsense. This was the basis of a scam. And a great many people fell for it. So many people fell for it, they formulated their own Facebook groups, the 40-degree followers, who all got scammed. 40 degrees is nothing on our planet. It doesn't exist. It's based on a compass experiment. I will show you. This is based on a very crude experiment. This is a rotating magnet he placed next to a compass. And each time when it rotates, the needle reached about 40 degrees and then suddenly flipped. Thus giving you a false impression in your brains that the poles will flip instantly when it reaches 40 degrees on a compass. On a compass, people. And this is the basis of a scam for a great many years. And he kept on giving a date and exact miles that this was to happen. It was to happen in spring of 2023. Right then, he went to Thailand with your money. You paid for him to go to Thailand. He was giggling and laughing. After so many years, giving you the impression that it's the end of the world, pole flip in spring of 2023. That's when he went over and bought his wife, who in about 2 to 3 weeks after coming back to England, she divorced him and left. Then he changed it. Oh, it's going to be 45 degrees now so we can carry on the fraud, the scam, to steal your money more. Let's go over some of those other ridiculous ideas in trying to get your money. Two to 3 years ago, probably about 3 years ago now, a qualified scientist with a bachelor's degree that he doesn't have recently found out about the Milankovitch cycle. Basically, that's the cycle, the orbit, and the angle and the tilt of the Earth around the sun, measured in hundreds of thousands of years. He recently found out about it, and he felt that was worthy of a donation to him in bringing you that information, which has been available for just over 100 years. The Milankovitch cycles. Somebody who claims to be a qualified scientist didn't know anything about it. In another video, he wanted to sue Google, allegedly that YouTube was removing comments from his videos. The basis of his suit, and he wanted your money for it, was crimes against humanity. So he was comparing getting his gay panties tied up in a knot to war crimes, sexual slavery, genocide. He wanted your money. Another video, he wanted your donations so he can put his own satellite in space and to develop Star Trek technology. He wanted your money for that. Last Christmas, during one of his disgusting, swearing, ranting tirades, he did state, "God will punish you if you do not donate to my observatory." And something more disgusting I'll show you.
Yet, we have the genuine remittance. If you genuinely want to clear your slate, then in the description there's a link you can donate. And I will carry that for you. you know what, here's an opportunity for you to dump those sins on me. I will carry them. And Monday morning.
So in that last video, Gene Barry Beards of the Maverick Star Observatory was comparing himself to Jesus Christ, who died on the cross for our sins. And he wanted you to donate money to him, and he would forgive you of your sins. That is the ultimate in low and disgust. Comparing himself to Jesus and trying to profit. There's many, many other examples of who this dirtbag is. Like I said, all of us in the community know who he is. And it's sad that people are now starting to follow him again and believe in him. And sending their money to this thief. That's who Gene Barry Beards is. He's a thief. You can do your own investigation. Use 192.com. Enter anybody's name into it. It will list the names of other persons associated to that person at a given address. Do a criminal records check of those other people. You can uncover the truth. We're entering into a time of and you need to be following the right people who don't beg for money on every single video and try and steal your money. Gene Barry Beards of the Maverick Star Observatory is a con man, a fraudster, a liar, a beggar, and a thief. And I'm very happy that more people are waking up to this person. You finished your bottle yet, Gene? Are you drunk? You pathetic piece of